Good morning, realtors and home sellers and homeowners that think they might sell. This is for you. Okay, I am thinking about this topic today because I had a client recently that I was trying to help through a difficult situation, and hola primo, I listed their property and tried to help them out because they were kind of tight financially and were going through some let's say it was a divorce, okay, and so I was trying to help them out, and I said, look, I'll help you out, I know it's a tight spot, and so I went above and beyond and did all this work for them to help them through this difficult time. And then they called me and they're like, well, I think we're just going to cancel the listing. I said, well, what are you going to do? I know you need to sell. And they said, well, they're like, well, I don't know, we're just going to take it off the market, maybe for sale by owner or something else. I'm hating my hair right now. For sale by owner or something. And I said, but why would you do that when, you have all this publicity now and it's not going to change anything? I said, the only thing that you can change is the price or to wait. I said, the fact of the matter is we're in a market and it's slowing down, not only slowing down, leveling, but it's kind of dipping and the prices are decreasing and the demand seems to be going down. I put my listings on Zillow and Trulia, and they're all over on Zillow and Trulia. So anyway, I check on the stats and I check on how they're doing, and for the most part, like all but a couple do really well. Like mine are always in the top 5 out of 20. And so I said, look, yours is still number 1, yours is number 2, yours is number 3. We're still being viewed, we're still being saved, we're still popular, but I'm not getting a lot of calls. I haven't gotten any offers. In the case of the first house I was telling you about, and another house I have listed that I think are great houses, people are quote unquote rejecting it, meaning the market is not accepting it at the price it's at with the features it offers. So there's nothing I can do about those things. It's kind of like saying, well, what's wrong with you? They don't like our house. What's wrong with your marketing? And I said, well, they like short brunettes and it's a tall blonde. It's just my brain because I'm always like trying to make analogies. But I'm like, it's nothing personal. It's just they don't like it. And even when I said, hey, we'll give closing credits, or, in the one case, they didn't like the backsplash area, I said, we'll credit for the closing credit, or you can pick one out and we'll pay for it. Or we'll lower the price. The buyer still didn't like it enough to take it. So there's nothing you can change. If they don't like that flavor and they want another one, there's nothing we can do. So it has nothing to do with me or the realtor letting you down as far as marketing. And if they are letting you down, you need to talk about it. But meaning, I told the client that canceled the listing, I said, I've been over backwards for you. I've done everything above and beyond for a full price commission. And don't misinterpret me as a cheap commission person, because that's not how I do business. I assess the situation, and if someone's in a tight spot, I adjust my commission because I'm going to help them get out of a tight spot rather than to go into short sale or get in a bad situation. So, I feel like this is a ministry, so I'm not going, oh, give me every penny and give me a full commission, and, I don't care if you lose money, and I don't care if you bring cash to close. If I can save them $1,500 so they don't have to go into a short sale or foreclosure or bring cash to close, and I say, hey, I'm in it with you. I'm going to partner with you in this hard time. So anyway, what I wanted to encourage you and on this video right now, at least in our Corpus Christi market, is look, we have a good steady market. Okay, and we've got houses in Portland that are seemingly selling pretty quickly, and we have homes that are kind of selling pretty steady. But I have personally shown a lot of homes where I thought to myself, why in the world is this house still available? And why is it priced so well? And what's wrong with it? And I look around and I've got pretty keen eyes on what's up with a house. Like I can walk around a house and do a real good assessment of its condition and potential issues. And I'm going, there's no reason why this should still be on the market or it hasn't sold yet. And I would say, I posted a link on this on my title, to a website that you guys can go read. There, we say there's 4 stages of real estate, and back in the day, and I was trying to find the stats right now, but in general, they're like anywhere from 5 years, kind of like a 5-year cycle, and then there's one that said an 18-year cycle. So I hadn't read about the 18-year cycle, but from what I had known and studied and been taught, it was kind of 5-6-year cycles. You have a recovery, you have, then you have the upflow. It's kind of like, I'm going to put it in layman's terms, you have the recovery where there has been a dip in the market and it starts to pick back up again. Okay, then you start getting more listings, right? And then you flood the market. Then there's a lot of demand and a lot of it grows and then it recedes. And I didn't use all the words that I wanted to use because I'm like thinking about something else. But there's these stages of real estate, and we had we had a boom just before 2010, and then boom, dip down. And then now, in 2012, it kind of came back up again. And now we're in 2017, it's coming back down again. And so I get calls from people that are discouraged with their realtors, and they call me, and realtors, code of ethics, we're not supposed to talk to them. But don't worry, I don't talk to them to get business. I tell them, look, your realtor is doing everything they can. Okay, and it's just the market is changing, and we're in the middle of that transition. So it's uncomfortable because when I did my research on your property, I showed you all the facts. I didn't skew the information, to suit your listing price and make you feel good. I just showed you straight up, what's active, what's sold, what the values are, what they had to offer, and we all saw that the listing price was right and that what we were doing was right. So you were part of the decision process based on information and factual information, right? So now what's happening is the market is changing and they're saying, no, we don't agree with you. And so we're in a transition where what's wrong and what are you doing to market my property and why isn't it selling and what's going on? And you're going, I've done everything feasibly possible. The only thing we can do is wait or lower the price and wait. So we can lower the price, but if it doesn't sell when we lower the price, then you wait. So what I tell them when they call me frustrated, I tell them, hey, there's nothing else your realtor can do. I can relist it, I can price it a little bit better, but it's still your realtor's done everything they can do. So don't blame them that it's not selling because the market is shifting. The market's telling you, no, I'm not signing up to see it. I'm not going to make a showing appointment to see your home. The market's telling you when they see it, I don't love it. I'm not willing to buy it for that price or for what it has to offer. It is what it is. So don't panic. I say, look, we're in a boat together. There's a storm. The boat's flooding. It's frustrating. We're tired. We're weary. We're agitated. And we wish someone could do something, put up the sails better or get an engine or row harder, but in reality, we just have to, row together. We have to get our paddles out and row through that storm and just stick it out together until we get through it because it's nobody's fault. So, how many of us have heard the saying that, like the guy told me, yesterday or the day before when he was like, oh, cancel a listing. And I'm telling you, they had a great situation with me. I said, it doesn't make any sense. He's like, something's got to change. I'm like, it has to change is the price and recognizing that the market's telling us that they're not accepting your home at that price and they're not accepting the features because when I got the feedback and told them the things we do to, make it worthwhile, they still refused it. So that's your house. And so I would say hold on to your realtor. If your realtor needs to improve, then say, hey, could you do this? Could you add a video? Could you, open houses really don't sell the houses. I saw stats that said that open houses sell 46% of houses. And I thought, where did that stat come from? I don't know what market that's in, but that's not my market. I've had lots of open houses lately because my clients said, well, let's try it. I said, okay. And all I got were people walking through the house, just looky-looing, not serious. Maybe I'll buy. No, I'm not qualified. Oh, I'm a neighbor, and okay, you know what? I know if I'm serious about a house, I'm going to get in that house, I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to make sure I see it. If someone says, oh, I'm really interested, and da-da-da, and then they don't make an appointment to see it, then they're not serious. I'll tell you what, they make sure they see that house if they're serious. So anyway, sellers, don't panic. We're in the middle of the transition. So we knew what it was, but now it's changing and we don't quite know where it's going. We kind of have an idea, with the, the recession and the downturn, of course, things are going to slow down and prices are going to decrease and all that jazz, but meaning we're in the middle of it. So we don't know what we're going to get. We might get the higher, of the, what we expected because we do, but we might end up getting the low. And just be informed. Don't be mad. Face reality and walk it out. Okay. Don't panic.